My mom comes running down the driveway, crying in her pajamas, with the rug.
First, there was the Primettes, then the Supremes. Then there was Diana Ross and the Supremes. And then it was just Diana Ross. It's fair to say that Ross has had an extraordinary career. Ross's life has been full of bright lights and thunderous applause, but little know that there have been phases of darkness too. Join us as we delve deeper into the life of this iconic star, now that Diana Ross's daughter finally confirms what we thought all along, as she turns 80. The stress of the Supremes affected Diana Ross's health. By March 1966, Diana Ross and the Supremes were in the midst of a whirlwind of activity, as detailed in J. Randy Taraborelli's Diana Ross, a Biography. Their schedule was packed with concert performances, television appearances, interviews, and relentless rehearsals and recording sessions. However, the intense pressure took a toll on Ross's health, as she revealed in her 1993 memoir, Secrets of a Sparrow. At that time, she had dwindled down to a mere 93 pounds, experiencing significant weight loss due to stress. Ross candidly wrote about her struggles with food, recalling moments when she couldn't eat and even found the smell of food intolerable. "Sometimes the stress got so bad I couldn't eat," she wrote. "I just couldn't swallow anything." She described feeling as though she was trapped at the bottom of a deep, dark pit, despite the Supremes' immense success. The toll of their demanding schedule reached a breaking point during a performance in Boston in 1966, as recounted by Taraborelli. Clad in elegant white chiffon gowns and illuminated by blue and white spotlights, the Supremes took the stage through a shimmering pink curtain. However, halfway through their rendition of I Hear a Symphony, Ross suddenly stopped singing, backed away from her microphone, and covered her ears. On stage, she expressed distress, exclaiming, "What's happening to me? I feel so small. I'm getting smaller, smaller, smaller." Concerned for her well-being, Ross was promptly escorted off stage, leading to the cancellation of the remainder of the Supremes' Boston concert run. Diana Ross received treatment for an alcohol problem and was arrested for drunk driving. In May 2002, Diana Ross made the decision to seek treatment at Malibu's Promises Treatment Center, a renowned facility specializing in personalized care for substance abuse and addiction. The facility offered a comprehensive program that included daily educational lectures, relapse prevention skills, group therapy sessions, as well as unique therapies like equine and art therapy. Ross's publicist, Paul Block, issued a statement explaining that Ross had chosen to address some personal issues and prioritize her well-being, driven by her sense of responsibility to her family and fans. Consequently, she canceled her scheduled summer concert tour in August to focus on her recovery journey. However, just 7 months later, in December of the same year, Ross faced legal troubles when she was arrested for driving under the influence in Tucson, Arizona. A breathalyzer test revealed a blood alcohol level of 20, which was more than double the state's legal limit, and classified as an extreme DUI. As a result, Ross was convicted of the offense and sentenced to 2 days in jail. She fulfilled her sentence at the Greenwich Police Department in Connecticut, experiencing firsthand the consequences of her actions. Smokey Robinson was Diana Ross's childhood neighbor. Diana Ross's childhood roots were deeply embedded in the vibrant streets of Detroit. Raised at 633 Belmont Street in the northeast of the city, Ross found herself in close proximity to budding talent, including her neighbor, the illustrious singer Smokey Robinson. Their fateful encounter occurred when Ross was just 8 years old, and Robinson, 4 years her senior, was already making waves in the music scene. Reflecting on this encounter in a 1981 interview with Interview magazine, Ross expressed her pride in living near the budding star. "Right down the street from me there was a young man by the name of Smokey Robinson," she recalled. "I was very proud to live down the street from him because he was our only celebrity in town. He was singing with the Miracles. His niece, Sharon, was one of my best friends, so I spent a lot of time at his house. Interestingly, Robinson played a pivotal role in kickstarting Ross's own journey in the music industry. With ties to Detroit's soul recording studio, Tamla Motown, Robinson became instrumental in introducing Ross's group to the renowned executive Berry Gordy. Ross herself approached Robinson, seeking his feedback on their music, which ultimately led to their connection with Gordy. Additionally, Robinson's influence extended to songwriting, as he penned some of the Supremes' earliest hits, including Breathtaking Guy and Ask Any Girl. Remarkably, the neighborhood also boasted another musical luminary in Aretha Franklin, who, like Ross, lived in close proximity to Robinson, further enriching the vibrant cultural milieu of their upbringing. Diana Ross did not see overnight success with the Supremes. The journey of the Supremes, originally known as the Primettes, into the spotlight of Motown began with a fateful invitation to audition following their participation in a Canadian talent show, as documented in Suzanne E. Smith's Dancing in the Street, Motown and the Cultural Politics of Detroit. Bolstered by the endorsement of Diana Ross's former neighbor Smokey Robinson, the group eagerly presented themselves to Motown executive Berry Gordy in August 1960. However, their youthful enthusiasm was met with a pragmatic response when Gordy learned of their tender age of just 16 years old. Recounting this moment in an interview with Pop Chronicles, Ross revealed that Gordy advised them to return once they had completed high school. True to their determination, the Primettes returned to Gordy's doorstep in 1961, eager to seize their shot at stardom. Gordy agreed to sign them, albeit with one condition: they needed a name that would resonate with audiences and capture the essence of their talent. After considering various options such as the Melodies, the Sweet Peas, and the Jewelettes, the group settled on the instantly marketable moniker, the Supremes. Despite this auspicious start, as the dawn of 1964 approached, the group found themselves grappling with a less than flattering label, the No-Hit Supremes, within the confines of Hitsville, USA, as noted by history. However, their fortunes would soon change dramatically with the arrival of their breakthrough hit, Where Did Our Love Go?, later in 1964. This soulful anthem marked the beginning of a remarkable streak for the Supremes, as they embarked on a meteoric rise fueled by 5 consecutive #1 hits between July 1964 and May 1965. This unprecedented achievement catapulted them into the stratosphere of musical success, solidifying their status as one of the most iconic groups in the annals of popular music history. Diana Ross was romantically involved with her biggest fan, Berry Gordy. Despite Diana Ross's initial struggles as a secretary for Berry Gordy after the Primettes' first Motown audition in 1960, Gordy's affection for her was undeniable. He fondly recalled Ross's inefficiency in the role, admitting, "She was so bad as a secretary that I had to let her go," as recounted in a 1990 interview with Rolling Stone. Nevertheless, Gordy's admiration for Ross's talents was unmistakable, and he quickly recognized her potential after signing the Supremes. "I made the choices of who sang lead, and my opinion was always that Diana had the magic and Mary Wilson didn't," he revealed to Rolling Stone. "And it was perhaps favoritism because Diana was a favorite of mine, but she had the talent to justify that favoritism." Gordy's professional relationship with Ross deepened into a personal one, developing into a romantic involvement following his divorce in 1964. Reflecting on their connection, Gordy expressed his profound admiration for Ross's rise to stardom and her unwavering self-assurance. "It's very clear why I fell in love with Diana," he disclosed to Vanity Fair in 2008. "She was my star, and she came from the bottom up. With her, it was not only fun, it was just like heaven working with her because she would surpass anything. And she always kept her self-esteem. She always told me, 'If you think it, I can do it.' And she did." However, despite their deep bond and shared passion for Ross's success, Gordy and Ross ultimately did not pursue a lasting romantic relationship. In an interview with Barbara Walters, Gordy candidly revealed that their parting was due to his overwhelming focus on Ross's career aspirations. "I said if this is going to get in the way, we can't do it," he confessed, highlighting the complexities of navigating personal and professional dynamics in the music industry. Diana Ross and Berry Gordy had a secret child together. In late 1970, following their initial breakup, Diana Ross and Berry Gordy's relationship took a surprising turn. During this time, they shared an intimate encounter, although their romantic involvement had officially ended. Shortly afterward, Ross entered into marriage with music executive Robert Ellis Silberstein. Just months into their marriage, Ross welcomed her first child, a daughter named Rhonda, into the world. Although Rhonda was presumed to be Silberstein's daughter due to his marriage to Ross, there were striking physical resemblances between Rhonda and Gordy, despite Silberstein being white. This resemblance prompted Ross and Gordy to confront the truth about Rhonda's paternity. "When she had the child, we had no idea that it was mine," Gordy disclosed to Barbara Walters. "Diana and I discussed it, and we realized that it was indeed my child." Rhonda remained unaware of Gordy's biological connection to her until she was 13 years old. Gordy revealed to Playboy that Ross made the conscious decision to wait until Rhonda was emotionally mature enough to comprehend the revelation. Reflecting on the experience, Rhonda shared with the New York Post that although she wasn't entirely surprised by the news, her physical resemblance to Gordy had always been evident. "The bottom line was, I looked just like Gordy, and my sisters looked just like their father, a 6-foot-tall Jewish-American man," she remarked. The truth about Rhonda's parentage became public knowledge during a 1993 interview on The Oprah Winfrey Show, where Ross bravely disclosed this deeply personal aspect of her life to the world. Diana Ross was falsely credited with discovering the Jackson 5. The debut television appearance of the Jackson 5 on a 1969 episode of The Hollywood Palace, hosted by Diana Ross, marked a significant moment in music history, as detailed in John David Ebert's Dead Celebrities, Living Icons, Tragedy and Fame in the Age of the Multimedia Superstar. Following this exposure, the group's first album, Diana Ross Presents the Jackson 5, was released on December 19th of the same year, solidifying their entry into the music scene. While Diana Ross has often been credited with discovering the Jackson 5, there's been debate over the extent of her involvement, with some suggesting it was primarily a marketing move by Motown. In reality, it was the Empress of Soul, Gladys Knight, who played a pivotal role in bringing the group to the attention of Motown executives. Knight herself revealed in an interview with Oprah that she personally reached out to Motown, singing the praises of the Jackson 5 after witnessing their performance. However, despite the debate over discovery, Ross undeniably played a crucial role in nurturing the Jackson 5's early career. According to Ebert, Michael Jackson and his siblings even resided with Ross in Los Angeles during the summer of 1969, providing them with guidance and support. Berry Gordy, as a father figure to the Jackson brothers, and Ross, who was romantically involved with Gordy at the time, both played significant maternal roles in the lives of the budding stars. Sparks flew. When Cher introduced her boyfriend, Gene Simmons, to her friend, Diana Ross. In a fascinating turn of events in 1979, Cher enlisted the help of her then-boyfriend, Gene Simmons, from the band Kiss, to shop for her Christmas present alongside her friend, Diana Ross. Simmons embarked on a journey to Ross's residence in New York City before the shopping excursion. Reflecting on his first impression of Ross, Simmons recounted in his 2002 memoir, Kiss and Makeup, that he was struck by her sensuality and the undeniable aura of control she exuded over her career. Following their shopping expedition, Simmons and Ross forged a friendship that extended beyond mere acquaintanceship. They even became racquetball partners, a testament to the bond that developed between them. As a consequence of his growing closeness with Ross, Simmons's relationship with Cher eventually fizzled out, a fact he candidly shared during a recording of Radio Andy on Sirius XM with Andy Cohen. Remarkably, despite the romantic entanglements, Cher harbored no ill will towards Ross and actually became one of Simmons' most ardent supporters during his dalliance with the legendary songstress. During a 1980 interview with a magazine, Simmons revealed that Cher had transitioned into being their biggest fan during his courtship with Ross. However, Simmons and Ross's romantic journey came to an end in 1981, marking the conclusion of a 2-year relationship that left a lasting impression on both parties. Reflecting on his time with Ross, Simmons conveyed to the Sunday Mirror's Notebook magazine that he was captivated by her strength and confidence, qualities that he found incredibly alluring in a partner. It was Ross's unwavering self-assurance and independence that ultimately captured Simmons's heart, as he believed that a woman who could thrive independently was the epitome of seduction. Diana Ross donated funds to build a playground in Central Park. On July 21, 1983, Diana Ross embarked on a noble endeavor to host a benefit concert on the Great Lawn in Central Park, New York. Ross, known for her philanthropic spirit, graciously volunteered to perform free of charge, with the proceeds from televised broadcasts earmarked for the construction of a much-needed playground in the park. Expressing her aspirations to the crowd, Ross articulated her vision of a playground equipped with soft ground for the safety and enjoyment of young children. Despite the promising start, nature had other plans, unleashing a fierce rain and thunderstorm just 30 minutes into Ross's performance, forcing an abrupt halt to the concert. Undeterred by the setback, Ross returned the following day to deliver a full concert, yet the financial toll incurred by the unforeseen circumstances proved substantial. 5 months later, Ross's team revealed that the event failed to generate revenue or profits, primarily due to the added expenses incurred for the second concert. In a display of remarkable generosity and unwavering commitment to her cause, Ross took it upon herself to rectify the situation. Without hesitation, she made a personal donation of $250,000, ensuring that the funds necessary for the playground's construction were secured. The Diana Ross Playground, a testament to her dedication and compassion, officially opened its gates in Central Park in September 1986. Reflecting on the fulfillment derived from her philanthropic efforts, Ross shared with the New York Times that creating the playground for the children of New York had been one of the most gratifying endeavors of her life and career. Diana Ross sparked controversy for touching Lil Kim's breast at the 1999 VMAs. The iconic moment at the 1999 MTV Video Music Awards, featuring Lil Kim's daring fashion choice and a memorable interaction with Diana Ross, remains etched in pop culture history. Lil Kim's lilac, bedazzled jumpsuit, strategically cut to expose one breast and adorned with a shell-shaped nipple pasty, immediately captured the attention of audiences worldwide. As she graced the red carpet in her mermaid-inspired ensemble, she solidified her status as a fashion trailblazer, pushing boundaries and challenging conventions. However, it was the on-stage encounter with Diana Ross that truly elevated the moment to legendary status. Joined by Mary J. Blige, the trio presented the VMA for Best Hip-Hop Video at the Metropolitan Opera House in New York City. Ross, known for her vivacious personality, playfully remarked that they resembled the new Supremes, adding to the excitement of the evening. As they stood on stage, Ross affectionately reached over and jiggled Lil Kim's exposed breast, sparking a mix of reactions from both the audience and the performers themselves. Reflecting on the incident years later, Lil Kim shared her perspective during an interview with MTV, interpreting Ross's gesture as a lighthearted acknowledgement of her bold fashion statement. She expressed admiration for Ross, even jokingly suggesting she play her mother in a hypothetical movie about her life. However, Mary J. Blige, while acknowledging Lil' Kim's courage and individuality, admitted feeling embarrassed and protective of her friend during the on-stage moment. In an interview with Andy Cohen for Watch What Happens Live, Blige emphasized the importance of respecting artists like Lil' Kim, Megan Thee Stallion, Nicki Minaj, and Cardi B for their unique contributions to the music and fashion industries. Diana Ross attempted to reunite the Supremes in the early 00s. Following Florence Ballard's departure from the Supremes, the group underwent several lineup changes before eventually disbanding in January 1970. However, 3 decades later, in a surprising turn of events, Diana Ross expressed her desire to reunite with the Supremes for a comeback tour. Despite the initial excitement surrounding the prospect of a reunion, the endeavor faced significant challenges from the start. Ross's vision for the reunion encountered resistance from former bandmates Mary Wilson and Cindy Birdsong. The primary point of contention stemmed from the unequal distribution of earnings, with Ross slated to receive a substantial sum compared to Wilson and Birdsong. In an interview with ABC's 2020 news program, Wilson shed light on the proposed deal, revealing the stark contrast in compensation. Ross stood to earn $15 to $20 million, while Wilson anticipated a fraction of that amount, perhaps $2 million, maybe $3 million, and Birdsong even less. Wilson's candid remarks underscored the underlying tensions within the group, particularly regarding Ross's perceived dominance and desire for sole recognition. In her autobiography, Dream Girl, My Life as a Supreme, Wilson delved into the complexities of her relationship with Ross, highlighting instances where Ross's behavior appeared self-centered and insensitive. Wilson's portrayal painted a nuanced picture of Ross, depicting her as both charismatic and, at times, thoughtless in her pursuit of attention and success. Ultimately, Ross's decision to move forward with the tour alongside Linda Lawrence and Sherry Payne, former members who joined the Supremes after Ross's departure, marked a significant departure from the original reunion plan. However, the tour encountered numerous setbacks, including low ticket sales and underwhelming attendance, leading to its premature cancellation midway through. Diana Ross never won a Grammy Award for her music. Despite her profound influence and enduring legacy in music, Diana Ross has surprisingly never clinched a Grammy Award for her remarkable contributions, whether as a member of the Supremes or as a solo artist. Although the Supremes received 2 nominations for their hit singles Baby Love and Stop in the Name of Love, they didn't secure the coveted trophy, as noted on the Grammy website. Individually, Ross amassed a total of 12 nominations throughout her illustrious career. Notable among these nods are her 1970 nomination for her rendition of Ain't No Mountain High Enough, and her 1981 nomination for Record of the Year for the timeless ballad Endless Love. However, despite the absence of Grammy wins, Ross's impact has been recognized in other significant ways within the music industry. She graced the Grammy stage on 7 occasions as a presenter and was finally bestowed with the prestigious Lifetime Achievement Award in 2012. During her heartfelt acceptance speech, Ross humbly shared that her greatest achievement in life was her role as a parent, underscoring the profound influence of motherhood on her creativity and artistry. Moreover, Ross's indelible mark on music history was further commemorated in the 2015 Grammy Museum exhibit titled Legends of Motown, Celebrating the Supremes, where she was prominently featured alongside her fellow Supremes. This exhibit served as a testament to the enduring legacy and timeless allure of Diana Ross and the Supremes, cementing their status as true icons in the annals of popular music. She was deeply impacted by the assassination of Martin Luther King Jr. In her candid memoir, Secrets of a Sparrow, Diana Ross reflects on her deep-rooted awareness of social issues and her commitment to promoting diversity and inclusivity. She shares how she strived to be mindful of who she hired, aiming to provide opportunities to minorities and women in her professional endeavors. Moreover, Ross opens up about the profound impact of Martin Luther King Jr.'s assassination on her psyche and the world around her. Recalling the tragic event, Ross vividly describes the shock and devastation she experienced upon learning of King's death. Witnessing the aftermath and feeling a profound sense of hopelessness, she found herself plunged into a deep depression that lingered for an extended period. Despite her grief, Ross demonstrated resilience by performing on The Tonight Show the day after King's murder, incorporating excerpts from his famous speeches into her song as a tribute. Ross's commitment to honoring King's legacy extended beyond her musical performances. As noted by the BBC, she played a pivotal role in organizing the 1981 tribute concert at the National Mall, highlighting King's enduring impact on society. On a more personal level, Ross empathized with the profound grief experienced by Coretta Scott King and Jackie Kennedy, recognizing the sacrifices made in the pursuit of freedom and equality. The truth about Michael Jackson's relationship with Diana Ross. Everyone has an idol, but Michael Jackson took idolizing someone to the next level. That was just Jackson. He always went above and beyond in everything he did. His idol was none other than Diana Ross, and who wouldn't idolize an icon like her? She was the epitome of an it girl, capable of captivating audiences with a simple performance and still possessing that charm today. Their encounter dates back to Jackson's early days with the Jackson 5 when he was just 9 years old. From that moment onward, until Jackson's passing, they shared a special bond. Calling them best friends doesn't quite capture the depth of their relationship, at least not according to Jackson himself. He described their connection as more akin to that of a mother and son, despite Ross having her own children, or even as brother and sister. Some even suggest they had an on-again, off-again romantic involvement, despite their significant 15-year age gap. Their bond transcended Jackson's passing. He expressed his desire for Ross to play a significant role in caring for his children after his demise. To this day, Ross remains a staunch defender of her late friend, honoring his memory each year on his birthday. While rumors and unsavory details may surround their relationship, one thing remains undeniable: their bond is unbreakable. But what was their relationship really like? Jackson was obsessed with her. Contrary to popular belief, Ross didn't actually discover the Jackson 5, but Jackson himself perpetuated those rumors. Jackson once quipped, "I thought I was going to be an old man before being discovered, but along came Miss Diana Ross to save my career." As Jackson transitioned into his solo career, he made his early performances on Ross's TV show and even spent some time living with her during his youth. However, by the 80s, their relationship seemed to evolve beyond just a professional collaboration. The irony of a sketch where Jackson's character ends things with Ross's character, portrayed in a video, becomes apparent when you consider their real-life dynamic, which some found kind of eerie. Rumors of their romantic involvement began circulating, particularly after Jackson's appearance on a Diana Ross TV special in 1981, during which Ross teasingly referred to him as very sexy. Throughout the 80s, there were instances of Jackson displaying jealousy toward men in Ross's life. According to Jackson's brother, Jermaine, they engaged in an on and off relationship, with Jackson openly referring to Ross as his girlfriend. He even entertained thoughts of marrying her and allegedly expressed disapproval when Ross married Arne Nace. Biographer J. Randy Taraborelli shed light on their complex relationship, asserting that despite Jackson's deep affection for Ross, there was no sexual involvement between them. Nevertheless, Jackson's admiration for Ross extended beyond idolization, leading some to speculate that his plastic surgeries were an attempt to emulate her physical appearance. Ross acknowledged Jackson's adoration, stating, "I was older. He kind of idolized me and wanted to sing like me." as recounted in Tara Borelli's book, Call Me Miss Ross. Tara Borelli also detailed an incident in 1986 when Jackson visited Ross backstage in Las Vegas, where he reportedly mimicked her mannerisms and even demanded to be addressed as Miss Ross by his chauffeur. Adding to the array of peculiar rumors surrounding their relationship, another suggested that Jackson was actually Ross's biological son. Ross herself has referred to Jackson as her son in the past. During an interview on The Merv Griffin Show in 1970, she remarked, "Michael has always been like a son or brother to me. They've admired me, so I try very hard to maintain such an image for them." Their public appearances together further fueled speculation. At the 1981 Oscars, they arrived hand in hand, with Ross even mentioning plans for a film collaboration where Jackson would portray her son. "He's going to play my son," she declared. Ross displayed maternal concern akin to that of a mother for her son when Jackson collapsed during a rehearsal for a cable TV concert in 1995. She immediately rushed to his hospital bedside. During a 90s interview, Ross exhibited protective instincts, swiftly defending Jackson against a reporter who made derogatory remarks about his plastic surgery. It's likely that their deep bond contributed to Ross's maternal sentiments toward Jackson. Jackson made her second guardian. Following Jackson's passing in 2009, Ross released a heartfelt statement expressing her deep sorrow. "I can't stop crying. This is too sudden and shocking. I am unable to imagine this. My heart is hurting. I am in prayer for his kids and the family." In the wake of his death, it was revealed that Jackson had designated Ross as the custodian of his 3 children in his 2002 will, should his mother Catherine predecease him. More recently, Ross stood up for her friend's legacy amidst controversy sparked by the documentary Leaving Neverland, which resurfaced allegations of child abuse against Jackson. Ross took to Twitter to share her thoughts, stating, "This is what's on my heart this morning. I believe and trust that Michael Jackson was and is a magnificent, incredible force to me and to many others." Even today, Ross continues to commemorate her dear friend's birthday with warm wishes. Despite the swirl of rumors and gossip surrounding their relationship, it's evident that Jackson and Ross shared a genuine love and admiration for each other. Contrary to the portrayal in the song Dirty Diana, Jackson held Ross in high regard. As we uncover the untold truth of Diana Ross, we glimpse the multifaceted journey of an extraordinary icon. From her groundbreaking rise with the Supremes to her enduring solo career, Ross has navigated fame, success, and adversity with unwavering grace. Yet, behind the spotlight lies a tapestry of untold stories and hidden depths, waiting to be explored. What aspect of Diana Ross's life or career surprises you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments below. For more captivating insights into the life of this legendary figure, be sure to like and subscribe to stay updated. See you next time.